I just went live and just previously did a video discussing the new COVID Omicron strand that just came out. So I briefly talked about that. But I wanted to come back on because this word been on my heart. And the title of this word is Get Back Up. Now this morning when I woke up, I feel like I got hair on my lip. So today is November 20. Today is November 29th. It is 10:20 a.m. I always got to do a time and a date check-in. I don't know why the Father has me doing that, but I'm going to be obedient. So, yeah, so I'm currently sitting at the water, if you didn't watch my last video, and I'm just enjoying this moment. Like, this has been, like, a thing between me and him and I. Like, we just been on one accord with this water, and I'm loving it. So the water always brings me peace. It was one other person here, but she left. So now it's just me. But that's fine because the less, the merrier for me. So this morning when I woke up, the Father spoke to me and he said, what about, when you fall down? A lot of my videos for the past couple of days has been on being obedient, staying in his word, staying in his will, doing what it is that he's telling you to do, staying focused, keeping your head in the game. All of these different, all these different words of just pressing on and pressing forward and not getting distracted and allowing distraction to overtake you, right? Just keeping focused, like keeping that tunnel vision and doing what it is that he's calling you to do and moving how he's causing you to move, right? Without any outside distraction, without listening to the naysayers and the negative voices and all of that stuff. But the Father spoke to me this morning and he said, what about when you fall down? What happens when you try your hardest to stay focused? What happens when you try your hardest to stay according to his will? What happens when you're in prayer? What happens when you're doing all the things that you feel it is that he's calling you to do, but yet and still you get blindsided? Yet and still you get knocked down. Yet and still you go back to that thing that he told you never to go back to, or you retreat back when he's telling you to move forward. What happens in that moment when you make a mistake? And he's saying that because you made a mistake does not mean that it's the end of you. It does not mean that he has canceled out your promise for your life. It does not mean that he's still that he's not going to still fulfill what it is that distraction, that he's not going to fulfill whatever it is that he's telling you that he's going to fulfill in your life. Because you fall down does not mean that he's going to kick you because you're down. It doesn't mean that he's going to spit on you because you're down. It doesn't mean that he's going to snatch away every good thing that he has spoken over your life because you're down. No, he's looking at you while you're down on that ground. He's looking at you while you're in that mistake. He's looking at you in the midst of going backwards when he told you to move forward. And he's telling you to get back up. Get back up, my children. Get back up. Don't stay down. Don't stay suppressed. Don't stay discouraged. Don't stay depressed. Don't think that I'm still not going to do what it is that I said I was going to do for you. I'm still coming through, but I need you to get back up. You got that person in the boxing ring, and they fight in a good fight, and they make a wrong decision to look an opposite way, and they get hit, and now they down on the ground. They got to get back up in order to get back in that fight. Because what happens if they stay down on that ground too long? What happens? The fight is over, and the opponent is going to win. We cannot allow the opponent to win. When we get knocked back down, we got to get back up. It's okay to fall. It's okay to fail at things. It's okay to work so hard and still feel like you're falling short, because we're not perfect in ourselves. We're perfect in him, right? So we have to believe that if we're in his will, we're in his purpose. We're not perfect people. And he knows that. He doesn't expect you to never make a mistake in life when you're on this good walk of faith. When you're striving for what it is that he's putting in front of you, because, like I said, we all fall short. We're not perfect. The only thing we can do is strive for perfection. The only thing that we can do is stay in prayer about the situation. And it don't mean, and I'm not saying this word to say I'm giving you a pass. Okay, now you can run around and skip and make all the mistakes you want without a care in the world. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, because there's consequences for your actions as well. What I'm saying is it's a difference when you fall and you come back to him with that fall and you say, Father, forgive me. I repent for this thing that I've done. Put it behind me. Take it far from me, Father. Thank you for showing me this crack. Thank you for showing me that this was a weak point for me. Thank you for bringing this to me and putting it in my face. Thank you for bringing that mirror and showing me who I am. And now that I know this, Father, keep me from this thing. Keep me from this stumbling block. I need you to hold me up, Father. I need you to keep me strong. I need you to keep me going. I need you to keep me motivated. I need to keep my eyes focused and fastened on you, Father. Take this thing from me. Do not cause me to fall in this way again. Now that I know that this is within me, because a lot of times when we fall upon something and we stumble upon something, we don't realize that thing is within us. So he'll bring tests, and I talked about this yesterday in my previous video about how he'll test you. Once you say yes to his will, once you say yes to his promise, once you say yes to his purpose, once you say yes to his increase, once you say yes to his change for your life, it's like all the tests of America come flying at you all at once. Boom, 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 different angles. And it's not meant to tear you down. It's meant to show you something within yourself so that he can further promote that change that he's trying to bring out of you. He's trying to bring you from that place of being the caterpillar in a cocoon into the beautiful butterfly that he's creating you to be. How can he ever do that without testing, without trials, without tribulations, without knocking you down, without running you over, without laying you prostrate on the ground before him? It's going to take a lot of hard work and prayer and tears and just screaming out to him in order to, it's like, in order to bring about what it is that he has for your life. It's like a woman who is in labor and you on that table and you screaming and them contractions is so hard and you pushing and you pushing and you pushing and you screaming and the contractions and oh my gosh, I can't take the pain. And then you push and you push and you push and you push and you persevere and you climb that mountain and you succeed and you change and you grow and you get developed. And then out of it you give birth to this beautiful thing. Whatever that thing is, whether it be a new business, whether it be that new car, whether it be that new house, whether it be that move, whether it be a physical thing such as a new baby, a new parent. Whatever it is that he is putting in you, whether it be physical or whether it be symbolism, whatever he's putting into you, you have to push like never before in this season because the harvest is at the door. The harvest is there. I can see it in the horizon. I can see him standing there. It's like Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas or these holidays, but it's like Christmas and Santa's coming with, you got these arms full of gifts. It's like the Father has this big arm full of blessings, and he's standing at the horizon. It's like almost as if I'm sitting here in his car, and I'm looking across the ocean, and across the ocean from where I'm sitting, it's land. But it's a lot of water in between myself and the land. But it's like the Father is saying, come, step out of that car, walk onto the water, and walk towards me. Come to this good land. Come to this good place. Come to my promises. Come to my purpose for your life. Come to my fulfillment. Come to my glory. And he's standing there, and he has this big open arm ready to receive you. How amazing is that? All we got to do is walk and keep sight of him. Don't worry about falling down. Don't worry about falling short. Don't worry about lack. Don't worry about fear. Don't worry about if his purpose is right for you, because guess what? Guarantee if he's going to give you his purpose, he's also going to give you the provision. He's going to give you the provision. He's going to give you the provision for his vision. So don't get distracted. Don't fall down and think this is the end of me. I done messed up this time. I done went back to that thing he told. I done picked up the drink again. I done drove without a license yet again. Here I go, another month. I ain't paid my rent on time. Or I took the money and did something else with it when I was supposed to take care of my responsibilities. Now I'm gonna get evicted. I ain't paid a light bill because I had to take care of something else seemed more important. Oh my gosh, what I'm gonna do now? My lights is gonna get caught up. It's gonna get cut off. It's my fault. And you start to beat yourself up about these things, about these decisions you made, and you start to look down on yourself. It's like you just begin to torment yourself in a sense. Like you begin to just knock yourself upside the head. He don't got to say nothing. All he doing is standing back and watching you while you beat yourself up. And he's like, daughter, it's okay. It is okay. Have you ever seen a baby that begins to walk, and as the baby's taking its first steps, it falls? The baby might fall down and cry, and the baby gonna get back up again eventually and start walking. He gonna try it. She gonna try it again. I know when my daughter just recently, my daughter's 1, and she just started, well, she's been walking now for a couple of months, but when she first started walking, that was like her normal thing. Like she was falling all over the place. All over the place. Sometimes she cried, sometimes she wouldn't. She'd get back up. But it's a matter of the fact that she got back up. And because my daughter kept falling, because she allowed herself to learn from her mistake of falling, because she said, okay, I fell, I'm going to get back up, and I'm going to try this again, I'm going to do this thing again. Now she's walking fluently with no problem, all over the house, all over the place. Like, can't nobody stop her now. She is fierce and furious. She is moving. And that's how we have to be. We have to get back up despite how many times we fall. And don't get back up with the attitude that, now I can keep making this mistake because I done made it once, so, what's it to make it again? No, you cannot have that attitude. You have to get back up with the notion that I'm gonna change. I'm gonna try to do things differently. I'm not gonna fall again. And if I do, I know I'm falling in his hands. I'm coming to him in repentance. I'm coming to him in prayer. I'm coming to him asking for forgiveness. And I want to do this thing differently. I want that good thing that he has for me. I want that purpose for my life. I want, that increase. I want to be financially free. I want that new house. I want that new spouse. I want that child that I was never able to have. When you want his will so bad for your life, it's like even in the midst of you falling, the want overcomes. The want overcomes. Sorry, y'all. The want overcomes that feeling of insecurities that you have within yourself. The want and the purpose that he has for your life, it overtakes all the inadequacies that you feel inside. And it just I don't know, it's something about it. It just supernaturally lifts you up. It lifts you up and it puts you back to where you need to be. It's like he just dusts you off, wipes you off, wipes your tears, cleans you off. It's like your child fall on the ground and get a scrape on the leg, it's crying, and you get that child up, you wipe that cut off, you put some ointment, a little Band-Aid, and you send that baby on his way. And that's what he does for us when we fall. He just lifts you back up so gracefully. He talks to you. He spends that time with you. He allows you to be broken in that moment, and he lets you know that it is okay. It's okay. Everything's going to be all right. You don't have to worry. You don't have to be faint. You don't have to be weary in your well-doing. Just stand firm in me. Stand firm in my words. Stay in my arms. Look at these birds, y'all. Let me see if I can reverse it. They just flying, soaring out here. It's like they ain't got a care in the world. Do you hear me? They ain't got a care in the world. They is out here on this water enjoying their very best life. And they ain't worried about nothing. Nothing. All of their food is provided for them. They ain't got to worry about shelter, paying a bill. They don't have to worry about nothing. Humans is like the only ones that got to stress about things that don't need to be stressed about. Like, we just got to stay in his will, y'all. So do not be afraid to fall. Do not be afraid to fall. Don't be afraid to make a mistake, because it's in the midst of that falling, it's in the midst of those mistakes that you're being pruned, that he's developing you, that he's growing you, that he's changing you, and it's okay. Okay, so the more you get on YouTube and you listen to these different videos and they telling you, be obedient, do what it is he's telling you to do. Yes, do those things. But also know that it doesn't require for you to be perfect. Also know that it's okay to fall. Also know that it's okay to slip back sometimes. Also know that you're going to make mistakes. But just bring those mistakes to him. Bring it to him. Acknowledge him. Bring it to him. and pray and ask him to remove those things from you. Because I can guarantee you that the desire to want to be strong in him, the desire to want to change, he's going to promote that change, but he first needs your will. He can't do nothing without your will. He's not just going to take you and catapult you into something that you're not willing to fight for yourself. So you got to fight this thing. You got to fight. If you got a cigarette addiction and you've been trying to put that cigarette addiction down for the longest, and you haven't been able to, or you have maybe for a week, and now you pick the cigarette back up again, bring that addiction to him. Bring that thing to him and say, Father, please, I've been trying. I done quit for 2 days. I can't do it on my own. I need you. I need you to remove this craving. I need you to take this thing from within me because I can't do this on my own. He wants you to just be so vulnerable. He wants you to come to him not with the mentality that you can do it all, that you got everything under control. No, you got to come to him broken with your broken self. Like, listen, Father, you got to help me. You got to help me with this. You doing drugs, and, he's been telling you to put that thing down. And you tried, and it seems like the more you try, you fail. But you got to keep bringing that thing back to him. Keep bringing it back to him. Father, I've been trying to overcome this addiction. It seems like it's bigger than me. But I know that you're bigger than it. So come and do this. Take this thing away from me. Take this craving away from me. Whatever it is, you got a gambling problem. Father, I've been gambling. Here I go to the casino again. And I just told myself last week I wasn't going to be here. And now I find myself back at this slot machine. Bring that thing to him. Bring it to him. Bring it to him. Lay it at his feet in prayer. Sometimes I make mistakes. In the midst of my mistakes, I'm praying, Father, oh my gosh, here I go again. Father, take this thing from me. You know that I want to do better. You know that I want my will to be stronger, but it just seems like it got a hold on me. It seems like it got a strong hold that only you could break. Father, help me. And he's faithful. He's going to come through. May not be when you want him to or when you think he's going to, but he is going to come through. He is going to promote that change, but he can only do it the more you bring it to him. I don't care if you got to bring the same issue to him 15 times. Each and every time you make the mistake, bring it to him. If you've done made the same mistake 5 times in a day, keep on bringing that mistake to him, laying it in his presence. Here I go again, Father. Here I go again. Here I go again. Here I go again. He's never too busy that he doesn't know your want, your sincerity, your heart. And that's what he's searching for. He's searching for the hearts of his people. For the hearts of his people. Can he count on your heart? It ain't about what you can do, what you can give, how obedient you can be all the time. He wants to know, what does your heart say? What does your heart say? So don't be afraid to fall. Just make sure that you get back up. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. I'm about to get off this live and go start my day. I have so much work to do. Today is Monday, busy Monday. That's how it is. But I hope you all have a blessed, prosperous, fulfilled day. Until next time, see you later.